Arthur's New Year's Eve is the second segment of the 30th episode of Arthur. And in this one, Arthur is talking about his previous experiences of never being able to make it up until midnight on New Year's Eve. But this year, he's actually being given permission to stay awake. And to begin with, he feels like he's not going to bother. What's the point? And then all of his friends begin to tell him all of these elaborate theories about what happens on New Year's Eve. And I won't say exactly what these theories are, but some of them are very crazy. Francine's I thought I particularly enjoyed. Um, there are theories about what happens in the sky as well, and some of them are more far fetched than others. But Arthur realizes that these theories can't all be correct. He has to stay up until midnight to find out the truth. Will he be able to? I won't say exactly what happens. I'll say it's in part predictable, but in some ways it isn't. And I quite enjoyed it. I think it's definitely something that young children can relate to when you're younger. The prospect of staying up until midnight is a glorious thing. And you have midnight feasts and staying up until the middle of the night. But as an adult, it's a blessing if I'm in bed before midnight. So I can definitely feel that this speaks to the target audience a lot. And I don't remember wondering what would happen on New Year's Eve, but I imagine that for anybody who hasn't experienced it, maybe some children do come up with some fantasies about what happens. I think it's pretty realistic in that regard and kind of relatable. The only thing that didn't seem realistic to me was the fact that the parents went out to spend New Year's Eve without their children. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like you're supposed to spend New Year's with your family or whoever your closest loved ones are. And the fact that the parents went out and left the children with their grandmother, I just find that to be very peculiar. But I guess they're entitled to a night out. But did it have to be New Year? I don't know. But apart from that, the rest of it I thought worked pretty well. It was enjoyable. I liked Arthur's attitude in this one. DW was obviously very excited about the idea of staying up, even though she wasn't allowed, which again is something definitely speaks to the target audience. Not a personal favourite, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was pretty decent and well worth a watch.